questions.
Thank you so much. Great panel. I'm Jim Hoft, GatewayPundit from St. Louis, Missouri. I was in Wisconsin back in 2011 when they were circling the Capitol. There was 100,000 people out there, 60,000 every day. A lot of enthusiasm, a lot of noise. It seems like that peaked out early. And my question is, how is that going to play out in the election coming up? And how can you prevent that in the future?
In terms of the energy peaking, I think the energy is still there. If you're on the ground in Wisconsin now, the people that did the hardest work going door to doors for 6 months, they're still inspired. That same movement soul that had them occupying the Capitol. They just saw a different theory of change to try to prevent Walker from implementing very tangible impediments to having a decent life in Wisconsin. And I think the attitude that you're correct on in terms of literal occupation to direct action is something that absolutely we need to return to. And I'm happy to report there was an Occupy Milwaukee action just the day after the recall elections. And I think nationally, it's something Occupy needs to look at, looking at what is about to happen in November in terms of this unprecedented influx of Wall Street billionaire cash to buy our elections. What can be done to expose the fact that our democracy has just been turned into an auction market?
Well, I think that's where the creativity of the grassroots has to come into play too, because it's exhausting. I mean, not everybody can dedicate themselves to being in an occupation all the time or camping out. People have to go to work and live their lives and raise children. So I think, we have to make a place at the table for everyone and find ways that everybody can help out in whatever capacity works for them. And I think that's been the great creativity we've seen in Wisconsin that's come out of this movement, is that everybody sort of pitched in a different way that worked for them. So you had kind of, definitely the younger crowds that could go and occupy and do these direct actions and that. But then you had people who were like housebound, the other spectrum of that. They were stuffing envelopes, making calls, doing blogging, whatever it was. So that I think that creativity and that diversity in how you do actions is crucial.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, but I did
GrokTV.